How's it going, everybody? Ryan here, and as you guys can see, got my promo pack, got my tutorial deck. Everything is good. I'm extremely happy. I came in first place in the tournament today, and I had a ton of fun. The game is really interesting. I feel like I'm gonna have an absolute blast playing this game. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of share with you guys my thoughts on this deck. And if you guys haven't played in the event in your own local scene yet, then just know these things, and I think that you'll do pretty well. So obviously we have our Dawn here, so let's go ahead and move that. But I just want to talk about a couple things real quick, and this isn't anything new. If you guys have watched other people's content, you've probably already seen it, but this card is so good right now, like just based off the mirror match and everybody only being able to play this Luffy. Radical Beam is so amazing because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I luck sacked twice being able to get this to trigger by drawing it from my life. Giving my leader 1,000 on the defensive end is just absolutely amazing, making it really, really tough because your opponent's not really thinking of it, right? Like, of course, there's always the situation of you potentially having a Radical Beam when you take the damage, of course, but like in reality, it's like, okay, you can't always just specifically play around that because you never actually know, right? It's the unknown. Whereas like if somebody leaves like one Dawn unrested, like untapped, then they're probably saving to use a Radical Beam. At least that was my thought process. So yeah, honestly, this card was MVP. It's so good. Like I really like it. Obviously this deck has cards like Sanji, like Cavendish, that allow you to lose life in order to get effects or power them up, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But because of that, then it allows your Radical Beam to be even better. So in my opinion, like, again, I don't know what the metagame is right now, but I can see this card in red being like must played in set one, in my opinion, because like this card was just nuts for me today. Like it was absolutely nuts. The other couple cards I do want to discuss, Cavendish was really, really good. Obviously, like I said, you have the self-harm, but then you get to get Rush. He's 5,000, so being able to swing right away was really nice. So I liked having him. Bartholomew is goated, man. This guy's goated. Like I never actually realized how good he was. So obviously he's a blocker, which is really good. But during your opponent's turn, if you have 2 Dawn on him, he gets 3,000 power. So he's a 5k body that you can then use as a blocker, which is really cool. Yeah, no, there's so many times where just having this guy on the board is awesome. And this is a card that you want to see very early on. Bartholomew was goated for me today, but then also Sai. Like I realized what my strategy was afterwards was I just wanted to keep well, you can only mulligan once, but if I never had a Sai or Bartholomew in my hand, I just instantly threw it away because I wanted to see these cards early at all costs. And sometimes I had both, which is great, right? Because if you're going second, you're able to play Sai or Bartholomew, and then on your next turn you can play the other one, and you have 1 live Dawn, right? So yeah, honestly, these 2 cards were like hyper carrying me. And then lastly, obviously, the other card that I want to talk about is Sanji. Again, you're able to self-harm. He's able to pump up, be super strong, attach Dawn to him, all that good stuff. So yeah, and then Chopper, I didn't really use today. Robin, I didn't really use today. I didn't really see a need. Like, obviously, if you can get it on the board, then whatever. But like, there wasn't really anything per se about it that was like really good. Honestly, the MVPs were Sai, which funnily enough I didn't think would be that good, but just goes to show that that's why you have to play the game. Radical Beam was MVP number 1. Sai, Bartholomew, I'd have to say like these 2 were definitely runner-ups, but Radical Beam was the MVP. And then Monkey D. Luffy's effect is really good. Being able to restand and then swing again was super fun. But yeah, overall, I'm really, really happy. I'm super excited. Will I be playing red? No. But it's nice to have these cards. It's nice to finally play. Nice to play in person with the community. But yeah, I am planning on playing green or blue. Some people at the locals told me that they think that I would probably like purple because it's more of like a control playstyle, which is kind of something that I really like. Funnily enough, you guys know, like, I really liked Mineta. Mineta was purple in my hero, so who knows? Maybe I'll end up playing purple, but I'm not a big fan of Kaido, the character, so maybe I'll wait to see what other purple leaders there are. But with that being said, guys, I had a ton of fun. These cards were my MVP. Stay tuned. I have some other content planned coming up over the next couple days, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.